The illustrious featherweight title reign of Alexander Volkanovski came to a brutal end on Saturday at UFC 298, courtesy of Ilia Topuria, who is the new champion after knocking out Volkanovski in the second round of the headliner in Anaheim, California. There was a lot of questions about Volkanovski coming into this fight, mentally, physically. Where was he at after that short notice knockout loss to Islam Makhachev in the rematch in October? And now those questions are only going to be heightened even more. Back-to-back losses for Volkanovski for the first time in his career, back-to-back KO losses, and now at 35 years old, you wonder if this is really the beginning of the end in terms of his championship legacy and being on that top-tier level. No doubt in my mind, Volkanovski's still better than the majority of featherweights out there, but when you see the way these past two fights go, you wonder how is his ability to take damage going to continue going forward, and especially going into potential rematch with someone like Ilia Topuria, who is clearly dangerous and is only going to be more confident than he already was coming into this fight. I think Volkanovski's demands for an immediate rematch are more than warranted. He's defended the belt 5 consecutive times, was unbeaten at featherweight coming into this. He deserves the opportunity to show that he can rebound from this. It seems like all the things are kind of trending against him at this point. To come back and reclaim that title would be an absolutely historic and monumental feat for him at this stage. But there's no doubt he's going to try. He wants to do that. It's just a question of how are the timelines going to match up. If I was his team, his management, the UFC, I'm definitely encouraging him to take a bit of a lengthier layoff. I know he doesn't like to do that. He likes to be in training camps. He likes to have the goal to work towards. He was very open about that after the loss to Makhachev, and that was part of the reason why he took that fight. But now he is in the territory where he has to be really, really careful. Even if that means waiting towards the end of the year, if Topuria has to fight someone else before he gets that rematch, so be it. But Volkanovski needs to be very smart about how he handles things with his career going forward, because another loss, especially another knockout loss, you would have to imagine would kind of wrap up his championship hopes in this weight class and put a very grim outlook on his future. So I'm not writing off Alexander Volkanovski completely at this point. This was a tough loss. You wonder how the damage of that type of KO is going to impact him going forward, but only questions that can be answered with another fight. So I do think he deserves that rematch. I want to see it. I'm curious to see what adjustments he would make if this was just a failure to deliver under bad circumstances, or if he is able to reclaim that belt and show once again that he can overcome adversity. So Volkanovski definitely needs a bit of a layoff, but I expect when he does return, whenever that may be, he is fighting for that featherweight title once again.